Howdy, all you delicious people. Today we are here. Realistically, what had happened was, this game here, 7 Days to Die, I had been meaning to do another episode of this, from where I left off. The only thing was, a lot of things got in the way, and every day, I saw this on, because I uploaded it, but I never actually did anything with it. So realistically, yeah, it just sat there. It just sat there. It just accumulated and accumulated. And realistically, I was like, well, shouldn't I eventually do something with this clip, with this footage, with this stuff that I have? Not that I'm saying I have, I'm doing so many videos that I have just stuff laying around. That doesn't happen very often. Luckily for me, this is the case. Anyways, realistically, for this, I just kind of want to have this be a chillaxed episode. Me recommentating over a video that I had already done through my PS4. Just kind of talking about some stuff that's been going on with the channel and everything else. So let's go on. Let's do some 7 Days to Die footage. I didn't test the volume, so I might be adjusting a little bit. Sorry about that. Realistically, for the stuff that's just been going on, I just busted out a song just minutes ago called "I'm a Human Being," which is kind of funny. Talking about that here of a zombie game. Realistically, to explain why I did the song "I'm a Human Being." Realistically, I went and watched Beyonce's concert on Netflix because I was like, here's a thing that I could review for you guys, just to get a feeling of how that was and how many mistakes that I made on this video. Because I went out in the pitch black darkness and the zombies would come out. Yeah, a lot of mistakes were made here. A lot of mistakes. Yeah, in the dark, and zombies attacking. But yeah, I did song "I'm a Human Being" simply because, like, I watched this thing, and there was a lot of times that, like, Beyonce was called as being, like, the queen. She's the queen. She's my bae. She's my whatever. And realistically, I just would get all of these things that, like, YouTubers or celebrities or whoever would just talk about just how, like, better they are. Whether it's either themselves or their fans. Like PewDiePie, there was some guy where, like, I was just exhausted about them talking about how great, like, how, like, PewDiePie was consistently, every single video, just self-promoting. I was getting exhausted from it. Getting exhausted. So I was like, dude, can we talk about, like, any other YouTubers besides PewDiePie on his own channel? Could we go and change it up a little bit? Just a smidge? And realistically, somebody commented back, it's like, well, yeah, we're going to concentrate on the God first, and then all his little piddly angels, we'll look at them. And I'm like, so, like, in other words, this PewDiePie person is considered to be a god among men. It's just, really? Freaking Brie Larson is saying that she's the best character coming out of Marvel. Is she? Is she the best character? And there's nothing wrong with her being a female, 125%. Brie Larson, like, the Captain Marvel character, realistically, is a great character. Brie Larson gave a subpar performance, but Captain Marvel is a good character. And I say that because of Brie Larson having so many good performances in the movie like The Room, or in the movie like Grindhouse, Death Proof. Coming from that to coming from this, very odd, very weird. And I don't know why. Because she can perform, it's just, where was it? But yeah, like, not to, like, bash a person that might have not even... Because in Endgame, she had even no clue of what she was supposed to do. She was supposed to say one line and walk away. She didn't know how to act or whatever for Endgame, so maybe that was hard to do. Maybe she wasn't a comic book person and read up on the character, so maybe she wasn't familiar with the background of what all was going on. And that happens to a lot of characters. Sometimes their character isn't that good simply because they never were comic book people. Like Hugh Jackman, he knew everything about Wolverine, and he was always just like adamantly like, man, I never got it right. Like, and I was sad about that. I wanted to get it right for the fans. Instead of talking about, yeah, I'm using my my celebrity, my newfound fandom, fame, whatever, to use this all as a platform and this and that. That just makes me sad. That makes me sad. It does. Freaking Jeremy Renner put her in her freaking place, but that's neither here nor there. Realistically, yeah, I want to say that Captain Marvel is a good film. I really do. Like, but like, yeah, it's just, it's an issue. I haven't seen Endgame yet. I'll probably see that around May 5th. So, if anything, after that date, you guys can come at me with all kinds of Endgame stuff after that. Whenever I see it, I'll do a video about it, I'll review it, and then we'll come on down to all the Endgame stuff. I'm going to do a non-spoiler version and a spoiler version of Endgame when I do see it. Just so that way, give people a chance who that take a little bit longer to see the film. They'll get like a comic book guy reaction. And then after that, you can get like the real like, oh man, this was cool. Like when they did this part, when they did that part, and when But yeah, realistically, that's kind of what to expect. The future projects. I do really love 7 Days to Die. I just wish, realistically, that one thing, I had a miner's helmet. Because lighting all the time. Because, like, this game just has poor lighting. That's the only thing that's not working for it. Luckily, I found some night vision goggles. So I can see things better, but that's the only bad part of this game, is, like, the lighting, where was it? Like, I would only have problems with lighting, like, during the day. Like, but now it's like during the day and night, I can't see a freaking thing. It's like the whole planet went into, like, extreme fog mode. Yeah. Like, how can you see ahead of you at all? So I see better with night vision goggles. Luckily, I found those. Otherwise, I'd have no saving grace whatsoever. Because it's just... yeah. I honestly wish, though, that they would take things like superheroes and just go way off with them. Just, like, do some kind of, like... If anything, I think having characters with some kind of, like, weird ability, like how they did kind of in, God, what is it called? Like, Dreamcatcher? Like, that would be cool if that, like, really, like, factored into some kind of game or some kind of story. And then maybe have these people, like, try and survive with having these kinds of powers. Or even amp it up better. Like, realistically, like, I thought of a story for a very long time called Playing God that kind of probably would have, like, people with certain specific talents or powers. Which, again, I'm not trying to, like, tote about how awesome I am or whatever. Or, hey, Link, whatever. I'm not going to do that. Like, realistically, I'll just... yeah. I'll just say that video exists, but But yeah, I'm not gonna try and whatever. But yeah, realistically for this one, like I wanted to come back to it, but the whole thing is there's just a lot of slow times. There's just realistically where I was put off in was the middle of nowhere. So it's just like, man, am I gonna come up with something good? No, not where I'm at right now. But realistically, the more along the lines that we go through, and the more that I pick through the map, the more that I will find more interesting stuff. Through some of the stuff that I had done before, I had found an adult movie theater. And I honestly wanted to kind of make that a temporary home, but if anything, that place is freaking dangerous as stuff. Has a lot of dogs there, has a lot of stuff that's just would be an arduous process to have to do keep up for that building, for that whatever. There was one time that I miraculously found a prison, and like right off the bat. I'll probably never do that again, but it's there. I didn't have a commentary over that video, but it still does rather well for what it is. Eventually, I thought about probably doing like commentary over it, but it is what it is. I don't know, I always just like every time I want to like just kind of like unprocess my brain, I think I come back to this. Like when I just want to unload, I just want to like unload my mind, I just come back to this and play it. Just a little bit. Just because honestly, like this game, you don't have to think, you just have to craft and whatever. Well, yeah, there is a little bit of thinking because sometimes if you want to like boost up your house, then you have to think about a way to do that. But it's just, this game is honestly just a way to unwind. That's the best kind of game to do. Like, freaking, I've been doing heavily Marvel Strike Force. Heavily. And I just realized that I left off 2 links that I should put on there, so I will do that once this is over. But, yeah, I'm just in a phase right now where, like, Marvel Strike Force is taking up so much of my brain power just to strategize, and otherwise, I try to really think of how I can do that game better. That, like, all around, it's just like, ugh. Like, everything else is just like, can I just do something easy? Can I just do something that's a breeze? Yeah, because it's just like, that's why I want to, like, go and really show, like, interesting, diverse things. If anything, I should probably get back to Catherine and all kinds of other things that I've been doing. But until that time comes, I'm just kind of here, just trying to find a game that I can do at a reasonable, to basically free price, which is nice. If anything, I really, I think a lot of people recently have gone on to playing World War Z, which looks awesome. I've seen Vanoss Gaming played that. I've seen Lord Minion 77 play World War Z. That looks freaking awesome. I seen the Brad Pitt movie, so realistically, like, seeing that was like, whoa. Like, here's a game where you're doing that. It kind of honestly feels very much like Left 4 Dead. But then intro goes freaking tower of zombies just like pyramiding their way up just to get to you, and that's freaking wild. So yeah. Will I ever get to play that game? Probably not, because I'm sure it's probably depends on online stuff. So realistically, that's fine. I don't care. For how far that I've come, for how long that I've done this for, realistically, at this point, I could say anything could happen. But realistically, I want to be realistic. I really want to be realistic. It's been miraculous where I've come to see a number like 200, and to think that I've accomplished that is just... Or just not say that I accomplished it, because who am I? Just a guy that does videos. To say that I have been here, a part of this number coming in, just kind of really trying to be as humble as possible, because I'm not nothing, I'm no one. I'm no one from nowhere. That's what I always like to say. But yeah, this I really love this game, but I'm sure there's probably a lot more. Oh my god, this game, this cool and awesome, nice game, whatever. But I'm just like, I don't know. Everybody's going on to bigger and better things, and I just keep looking at this one as like, I like this game, I really do. Like, it's simple, it's whatever. But I guess I like the simplicity of it. Again, like crazy games like World War Z and Division and all these other post-apocalyptic games. That's the whole thing. Like, there's so many Facebook post-apocalyptic games out there. It's just like everybody is just scrambling to do their post-apocalyptic game. Everybody's just rushing out. There's so many games that I've played by accident that are like, man, good graphics, but it's a weird game. Yeah. But yeah, just busting out some freaking fiber clothes. Even though you know where those goes, to the trash, because who needs them? Realistically, like, I try to do the very first, like, beginner stuff with this, but I don't really need it. I see more and more important things to find, and I do that. But yeah, one thing that, like I said, this kind of feels like Minecraft, and yeah, that could be one thing that's a little bit slow about it or whatever. But and again, I wish it were brighter freaking scenery. I don't know what they did with the. If anything, maybe I can adjust the brightness if I could. Should probably look into that, because this game, even on bright settings, it's not that bright. It's not that bright. But yeah, zombies. I can't get to freaking anything because zombies just crawling around. But yeah, but if anything, it would be kind of cool to do this as a multiplayer. I know there's probably maybe not a massive amount of players out there for this now, but still an interesting game to just do, just to, like I said, just kind of chill. Yeah, there's some times where the chill gets off because you have to go and fight some stuff off, but it's an interesting game nonetheless. I still find it interesting, and it's been out for years now, but I don't know. Again, I can't wait to get that coveted mining helmet. That is the saving grace in this game. Saving grace. But it is kind of funny once you do start to find one thing, then, like, you find it everywhere. It's hilarious. Like, it's kind of funny, like, when I would find, like, when I'd start to finally find, like, a mining helmet in the game. Yeah! Blah! Just blah! When I'd start to find a mining helmet in the game, then I, like, found, like, 4 or 5 of them on another game that I did once. It's just, like, God, like, once you find this thing, you can't stop finding it. Which is... Thanks for that. Best setup 2019. Yeah, I'm sure if any point at any time that I have missed a word or two or something, I'm sorry. Again, that's just my normal setup. I've been through several setups, and every time I get a same or worse kind of sound setup, whatever. So I've just nexted all of that after testing a ton of things to find a better sound, better setup, better whatever. And I just end up immediately just getting shoved right back into doing this here. So hopefully eventually it sounds good. Whatever. If it doesn't, sorry. Eventually, I don't know, I just want to bump up into something better. Whatever that can be. Just whatever that can be. So realistically, like I can legitimize this. Not saying that, like I can legitimately do this and do this how I'd like to. Without having to worry about, like, hopefully this doesn't crap out. Because, man, I need to do this. I need to do, like, I need to rush and do 8 things today and just... I just want a chillax experience. That's all I want with my life. But yeah, but the real reason why I pretty much just, like... because I changed my setup. Like, my original setup, it was just like, ugh. So I just went and I went into this one because I was just kind of like, yeah, it's either I do this one or another one, and it's just, like, at least this one, it's faster to upload to YouTube. But other than that, it's just, it's fidgety. Just fidgety. But yeah, 4 more things to talk about for the channel before this video probably wraps up. For those of you that are really clinging on to a certain review video, Sex Sells Movies, I am about a good third of, or not third, I'm a good quarter through that. I'm almost halfway to getting another one of those out. I am just consistently just having hard times just finding time for an hour-and-a-half film right now. To just slide that in is just becoming like a murderous process. I'm just trying to squeeze time just to fit in an hour-and-a-half movie in my life. Thanks for telling me that. Again, best setup ever. Eventually, I would definitely like to, like, I don't know how, like, good quality iPads are for recording stuff, but it's gotta be better than this. Yeah, eventually. But yeah, more than likely, what'll happen is I'll probably, like, get one of those, and it won't have any kind of way of me to, like, send things to anywhere. And I'll just be like, why did I get this? It'll be a waste of time. But if anything, that's probably roads down the road. Where realistically, then, like, I could freaking, do anything at that point. Not meaning that I'm just gonna do, like, whatever on the channel. No, it's just gonna, like, it basically means, like, I'm gonna do the channel the right way. I'm gonna do the channel the right way, whatever the heck cryptically that means, but when I get better at this whole thing. There's a whole lot of spelunking on this episode. So I was just like, God, I just want to find somewhere on a map. And there are a couple times where I'm just kind of like... I'm kind of skipping ahead. If I walk through water, I'm skipping ahead. If there's times where I feel that I needed to like pause for long periods of time, like that's what I'm trying to do. Like I came over here and I was like, yeah, a lot of freaking places. Then I see a lot of zombie faces and I'm like, dang it. Like this could be like a sweet spot for me to just kind of like find some loot. And then I fruitfully try to like go through here and find some things. And I'm like, oh yeah, here's where I can finally find some stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm approached with and like, God, like everywhere I go I see the same Why did I do that? Must have hit. It's freaking accident episode, evidently. Today, it's just great. Giving you guys the best quality, I apologize. See, then zombies. Just, god dang it, man. I can't catch a break. I can't catch a break in this episode. It's I either trying desperately to find more things, so I need to find things, and I'm met with freaking awful. Freaking awful. Hey Susan! Hey Susan! You're dead, Susan! You're dead and you don't know it, Susan. Nice blouse, though. Nice blouse. But I think this is probably where we dare say probably end this episode. Because realistically, every time I went out, it was just this episode. Like every time I tried to find freaking something, like just to eat, just to drink, just to whatever, I was freaking met with I was like, God, can I go in the house? And it's like and it's like, can I freaking do anything? It's like I was like, just man, like every time I turned around, it was just and it's like, can't survive, can't live. I can't do anything. Can't live in this environment. Freaking, it would be awesome to eventually, like, co-op is really the way to play this. It's much faster. If anything, if people have played co-op, they'll know what I'm talking about. But if they've just been soloing it out, or like they'll just say, like, oh yeah, you need time, you need whatever. It's like, yeah, I've played this several times. I know, but especially when you don't have things like a mini bike and all kinds of other assortment things that you can get around quicker, and I'm sure guns is probably a big key thing, but it wasn't ever for me. I was more of a crossbow person. Once I had that crossbow, I didn't need anything else. But yeah, that's the one thing I really enjoyed about this game, the simplicity, again, with it. There were guns, but you didn't need them. That was the whole thing. But yeah. But I think this does wrap up soon. So yeah. If anything, thank you guys for being a part of this episode. So yeah. I'm like, doesn't this wrap up soon? But then I forgot about the whole time I was talking. So yeah. Realistically. If anything, another thing coming soon, I'm going to be doing a retro game called Video Kid. That has a thorough amount of retroness on it. I tried to play it once before, it didn't work out, so without a doubt, if that doesn't work out again, then you'll never see that video. More than likely, but I'm just saying it realistically, it could be possible that that video could come out, but without a doubt, again, that might not work. I don't know. So. But yeah. I'm going to pause this here. Just a lot of times me hanging out in the house. So without a doubt, I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Sorry about the slow charges and all that other stuff. Stupid phone. It went well for when I did Marvel Strike Force, for how quote-unquote well could say that video went. I don't know. Normally I watch it back. I just want to get that out as quickly as possible and just get the video out today. So, anyways, bye everybody. Goodbye everybody.